The man she regarded as her partner brutally assaulted her. Do not let his appearance fool you. He took her gun, pressed it directly against her cheek, and fired a round right in her direction. All she could think about in that horrifying moment was getting back to her son, because she was in a nightmare. When he tried to force her into his car, he started yelling that the cops were coming. She refused. That is when he started striking her violently for resisting. He even slammed her leg in the car door, but somehow she managed to escape serious injury. Now Judge King faces this violent criminal in the courtroom. Will justice be swift and severe? Let us sit back and see how she handles this dangerous offender. Please stay tuned for the ruling and the full details of this shocking case.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Please state your name for the record.
Latoya O'Neill.
Okay. Ms. O'Neill, I'm going to be asking you some questions today. If there's anything you don't understand or if you want me to repeat it, please let me know, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I want to bring your attention back to the date of July 28th of this year, 2024. Do you remember that date?
I do.
Okay. And where were you on that date?
Start from the beginning of the day.
Oh,
In relation to this.
in relation to the incident that we're here for today.
Okay. Originally, I was at home, and then I ended up going to the friend, Mr. Adams.
Okay. And so when you were at home, where's your home located?
13558 Rosemont.
Okay. And is that in the city of Detroit, in the county of Wayne?
It is.
Okay. Is that your home?
It is.
Okay. So so what happened when you were at home? Anything?
At home, originally we were just having a conversation.
And who's we?
Oh, sorry, me and Mr. Adams, we were just having a conversation. We had a recent breakup, from my understanding, that's typically what I thought was happening.
Okay. So you were in a dating relationship with Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Okay. What is Mr. Adams' first name?
Yeah,
Okay. And do you see Terrence Adams in the courtroom here today?
I do.
For identification purposes, could you indicate where he is and who he's hearing today?
He's running Grange, Grove Top, from the county to my right, I guess your left.
All right. Okay, thank you. Your Honor, please, if this record reflects that this witness has identified the defendant Terrence Adams. Thank you. All right, so so you were both at your home on Rosemont talking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did anything happen at your home?
Not at that time.
Okay, and what happened next?
A little later on, we had talked for a few hours. A little later on, we ended up, wanted, to continue the conversation. So, we ended up going stopping at the store and we ended up going to the park.
Okay, were things okay between the two of you at the house and going to the store?
I was nonchalant, but for the most part, it was all right.
Okay, was there any arguing during that time?
It was a little smart comments, but I just brushed it off like I do a lot of things.
Okay, and so you said you went to the park. Where's the park located?
It's like 2 blocks down from my house. I'm not really sure the street, the cross street.
Was it on Rosemont?
Yes,
Or-
yes.
Is the park on Rosemont?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that still in the city of Detroit, in the county of Wayne?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. All right, so when you get to the park, about what time is that?
I'm guessing maybe like 10, not between 9:45 and 10ish, I'm guessing.
Okay, and is that in the morning or in the evening?
In the evening.
Okay, so is it light out still or dark out?
It was dark.
It was dark at that time. Okay, and where in this park did you go?
We were just in the car, just talking.
Okay, so you're just in the car still. Okay, you guys didn't get out more.
So, yes, I was in the car.
Okay, so the two of you didn't get out of the car at that point?
No.
Okay, and who was driving the car?
He was driving the car, I was sitting passenger.
Okay, and you were you the front passenger?
Yes, it was just us two.
Okay, was it his car or your car?
His car.
Okay, so what happened in the car at the car?
Well, conversation went on for a while. And then he started saying little smart things, and then I was just over it. So I got out to try to proceed to walk home. It was only 2 blocks down. So I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done. Like, conversation is done.
Okay.
And so
So did you get out of the car?
I did.
Okay, did you start walking?
I did.
What
I
happened
mean,
after
probably
that?
about 3 houses down.
Okay.
And then that's when, he was walking behind me, he called my name. Or however, and I'm like, I'm here, I'm on my way home, like, I don't have nothing else to say. And, he goes to, I ended up sitting down in the middle of the street because he started like trying to force me back to the court, like to the car, like pushing on me and stuff, so I sit in the middle of the street. Like, I'm not going nowhere, like, I'm gone, I'm going home, and I would.
Okay, so he's physically stopping you from walking? Is
Yes,
that what you're saying? Okay,
getting in my way, pushing me, trying to, like, you can't pick me up, so I sat down.
okay. But what happens when you sit down in the street?
I guess he came up under frustration, and he pulled my pants off my body,
Okay, and how did he do that?
just grabbed him, and pulled it from the waist and pulled him down,
Okay,
like, oh,
okay. What happened after that?
I'm sorry. After that, of course, I get stressed out a little bit. I goes to proceed towards the car, get my pants at this point.
So had he gone back to the car?
We're both, like, we're walking together,
Okay,
yeah. And then, so because I don't know the name you could think of, and, when I go to try to put the pants on, I didn't have like, I'm not trying to say too much information, but I didn't have no underwear on it. So when he pulled them off, like, I'm very naked on my body. So, I go to try to put my pants on, and then that's when the physical part started.
okay. And, were you outside the vehicle or inside the vehicle at this time?
I was outside.
Okay. So you indicated then that's when the physical part started. Could you describe what that is?
He kind of like ran up on me, and I hit my head on like one of the lights that be in like somebody's yard. 'Cause I was standing in the grass, on the neighbor's grass. And just roughhousing me, put your pants on, that's where it's involved. I'm a hoe and all these other things. So,
Okay, so you said you hit your head
I hit
on
my
the back
head
of,
on that light that's in like the yard light.
yes.
I hit my head and
Okay.
then rushed up on me.
Were you injured as a result of that?
I couldn't really tell. Now, I've been having like brain fog, so, but
Okay,
yeah.
all right, and what happened after that?
I put my stuff on, he goes to, after I put my pants on, walking back towards the house, walking back towards the car, and, that's when he snatched, I had a backpack, it had like all my personal things, like a purse backpack.
Yes.
He snatches it off of me, he empties out my stuff, throw my house keys, my phone broke, took my gun.
Okay, so were you in the street at this time, or were you on?
I was in the street.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so he dumps it out and then takes your gun.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what kind of gun is this?
I had a sky 9mm thinking what?
Okay, and what did he do with the gun, if anything?
You want me to say exactly what he said?
Yes.
He's like, you ain't getting this back, bitch. It's my shit now. And he shot a round off and he put it in my face. He said, bitch, I'll kill you.
So he shot a round off,
He sat in the air.
okay. And then you said he put it to your face.
Yes, ma'am.
Where on your face?
On my left cheek.
Okay. And he pushed it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you injured as a result of that?
Emotionally.
Okay. How did you feel when that happened?
It was really, everything that night was really a shock.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I didn't see it coming.
Was your gun loaded at that time, you knew?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I always keep one in the head,
Okay,
because I'm a CPO.
okay. Other than the one, were there any other bullets in there?
I had a full magazine.
Okay, all right, very good. And what happened after that?
He took my gun, kept cussing me out. All I could do really when he did that was put my hands up like, bro, my son. So all I could say, like, you know, and
Why did you say that?
with my son, like, that's all I'm thinking about,
Your son,
my son.
okay.
And, he's like, no, get off me. Cause I was trying to like, just give my stuff back, like, he tricked me. And he's like, no, get off me, this my shit, you ain't get nothing back. So then he goes to proceed to get in the car. And I'm like, I'm telling him like, you know,
Take your time.
telling him like, all this for what? That's all I kept saying, all this for what? Like, it was just good. From my understanding. He pull off to what, pin ride, I'm stuck with one phone trying to find the stuff that was wrong. So I found my keys and I found my Obama phone, which later on started getting lost throughout the night. After something.
Okay. Other than you getting hit, other than the back of your head hitting the light pole, and other than him, taking the gun and putting it in your cheek, was there any other physical contact between him and you?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that?
Well, after I found my keys and my phone, then I had felt somebody was looking at me after I found them. And so I look up and he's running down the street. So I'm not knowing where he's coming from. Still don't know where my gun is to this day. But at the time, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, come on, the police coming, the police coming. You stupid bitch, come on. So he made me walk with him. Like, my head, all I know is you got my gun, so I don't know where it's at. So my background good. I'm going home. I'm gonna go home. That's all I kept saying, I'm gonna go home. And so he made me walk with him down Penrod, we get down to Penrod of his friend who was house in front of it actually. Where his car was parked. And he trying to force me to get in the car.
Did you want to get in the car?
No, I kept in it.
So what happens next?
She kept saying, get in the car, get in the car. I'm like, no, I ain't getting in the car. So I try to walk home again. And that's when he pushed me, he hit me. And then I fell, hit my elbow on the curb. And next thing I know, I looked, he tried to kick me, but I was like, he tried to kick me in my face. I grabbed his foot. Like, no, I ain't, like, no. So it was just a reflex or whatever. And so I kept saying, like, you just stop, like, you tripping, like, what's going on? And then I ended up getting up. I can't really remember, like, maybe 30 seconds between me getting up to me getting to the car, but however, I ended up in the car. Halfway, I had my left leg in, but my right leg was out.
I'm sorry. Is this his car?
Yes, car. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't have a car at the time.
Okay.
And so, he was, taking the door and he was slamming the door on my right leg. Get in the car, get in the car. Oh, you ain't gonna get in the car? And it got harder and harder. So I'm like, all right. So I'm trying to like play it off. So I put my leg in, but when I put my leg in, I'm trying to hop in the driver's seat because the car was started. So then he see that, I was trying to like do it fast. And he jumped across the car and was trying to like snatch me and like snatch me back to the passenger side. And
Take your time.
So this time he get out after, trying to get me back in the seat. Like he slammed my left leg in here. That's when I like screamed out. Like, all right, like I was like at that point I was done. Like this knee was my most recent injury. And he slammed it on her. So
What happened after that in the car?
so I'm like, all right, you win. You win. So I just put my leg in. He slammed the door, he knocked me in. I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna jump off, because prior to earlier, and before anything happened, he was asking me to go to the park outside place, so in the back of my mind, I keep trying, like, he about to take me off place. So I'm not even, I'm not from out here, so I don't know what the mind state was, 'cause the whole night was just unexpected, to be honest. So, the corner, turn left, fast. And I see that, I look over and I see that, I was looking at the speed. I'm like, you ready? Like, shut up, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't about to do nothing, shut the fuck up and sit back. I had to get out the car, so I opened the car door and I
You're
rolled
gonna
out.
prosecute, you gotta answer questions, you can't have it there.
Okay, so, after, are you still in the passenger seat at this point?
I am,
Okay, and he's still driving the car. Did he stop the car?
at that time,
Okay. What happened when he stopped the car at the stop sign?
he took off, we went on cars on the street.
Okay, and you got out?
No, I didn't get out.
Okay, you didn't get out. Okay, so he stopped the car at the stop sign. What happened after that?
He turned the corner, he turned left on Schoolcraft, he hit the gas,
Okay,
and I don't know, but like, it was just like an instant reaction, like a fight or flight kind of kicked in. And so I opened the door and I rolled out the car while he was driving, because I had to go, like,
okay.
that's all I was saying, I gotta go.
So after you did that, did he keep going in the car?
Oh, yeah, he turned right on Ashton, and he zoned around, but at this point I had already got up and my adrenaline was so high and feeling at the time. I got up and got some help from one of my neighbors.
Okay, what happened after that?
Then that's when I went to make my police report, cause it was a police officer down the street, so we pulled over here.
Okay. So were you injured as a result of him slamming your leg in the door? What were your injuries?
I had, just small bruising, and swelling of my knees. So the swelling consisted of, just fluid retention, it would go down to like my ankle, and my,
Okay.
just from the healing.
So you had some bruising. Did you have bruising on anywhere else on your body as a result of this entire incident?
I did.
Where?
I had a road rash from my left shoulder all the way to my right, 3rd degree. I had a road rash on my right hip. Along with the bruising on my knee, my leg, and like blood on my knee. Did go to the hospital. I had concussion and contusion, like in the back part of my head.
Okay. Did you go to the hospital that night?
No, the ambulance came to just clean my wounds. I ended up going the next day.
Okay. Anything else at the hospital?
I'm trying to remember what was on the paper. Just like some scarring on my elbow, you push me down, but manual. No.
Okay, you said you never got your gun back?
No, ma'am.
All right, any further questions?
Cross.
So you said that your bag was taken from you in the middle of the road, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And the middle road was where you were sitting down in the middle of the road, is that right?
No, it was when I got up, trying to put my pants on.
Put your pants in.
And that's when, it was, because it was on my, it was, I had it, instead of hanging on the back, it was in the front. So you literally snatched it to look like the strap spot. On my right.
Now, but this all happened in the middle of the road, is that right?
As far as,
The bag being put down, the pants back on, taken
yeah, well,
off.
I was trying to put my pants on in the neighbor's yard, because we used to walk towards the car.
So the neighbor's house, so you got out of the car and you were walking, you were in the middle of the road, and that's where the pants were taken off, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And then you went onto a neighbor's lawn at that point?
Oh, after my pants got taken off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up,
And you still had your bag and everything at that time, is that right?
I did.
Okay. And then the bag was dumped out on the neighbor's lawn?
No, after, the bag was snatched off first. And, you know.
The bag was snatched off before your pants? Or after your
No,
pants?
after my pants.
Okay, so the bag was snatched while you were in the street?
And I was in the neighbor's yard.
And the neighbor's yard, does the yard have grass? Or is
Uh,
it street? Okay, so it's not the street, so it's taken while you were in the neighbor's yard. Is where the bag was taken from you, correct?
yes.
And it was, and he immediately dumped it out right in the neighbor's yard, correct?
No, he didn't leave it. He just snatched it off. He had it. He was told.
Okay, and he dumped it in the neighbor's yard, is that right?
No. He snatched the bag off and I was in the neighbor's yard trying to put my pants on.
Okay, and then what happened after you put your pants on in the neighbor's yard?
Um, I started to walk towards the car. I'm like, but I'm following behind him at this time, like, doing my stuff.
And so you live 3 houses away, is that right? You know, from the park?
No.
So you don't-
I live, you said, do I live 3 houses away?
Yeah,
No, sir.
okay, how far away do you live from the park?
About 2.5 blocks down.
2.5 blocks, okay. Okay, so you were, started to walk home. Sat down in the middle of the street. Hold on. How long were you dating my client?
And,
And during that 10 months, you guys were sexually intimate, correct?
yes, sir.
And buttons on shirts and clothes getting ripped off while you guys were being intimate was not uncommon, is that right?
No, I wasn't on that type of time. None of my clothes are being ripped off. If I'm gonna be intimate, I'm gonna do it myself. Unless he feel like he wanna take it off, you know, in a normal manner, not snatching my stuff off. I'm not into no kinky stuff like that. But why is that relevant if you don't mind me asking?
No.
I'm asking,
Trust you, Brian.
Okay.
okay, so was tearing clothes, I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase this, if you're not, okay.
It's fine, just say,
You guys had arguments in the past, correct?
yeah.
Then you'd have kind of some rough makeup sex after, right?
No.
No, okay. When you would make up from previous arguments in the past, would there be, you would have sex afterwards?
Yeah, I love it. I still love it.
And It wasn't just like laying down missionary style, was it?
Okay, at this point, even though the prosecutor's not objecting, I'm gonna check myself.
Okay, so I'm just throwing.
We're not gonna really.
I was gonna.
We're not gonna act like, unless you have some foundation that they normally had sex on neighbor's grass, or, guns being taken. That was, if you have some foundation to lay that, but unless you have proof that they, had violent sex on outside, let's move on.
Just some information given to me by my client, but it's not necessary for today's exam. I will withdraw that question.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that towards the end of the prosecutor question, you went to a neighbor just before you went to the police, correct? After you rolled out the car?
Yes,
What neighbor is that?
Stephanie,
What's the name?
Stephanie. I don't have a last name.
You went to her house?
She was outside, just so happened to see in the car. And I got in, and we pulled up,
Outside on Schoolcraft?
yes,
Between what cross streets?
Schoolcraft, Rosemont.
Schoolcraft and Rosemont, she lives on the corner?
She lives on the street, not on the corner.
On Rosemont or Schoolcraft?
You said the cross streets. The cross streets are Schoolcraft and Rosemont.
And the car was on what street when you rolled out?
Schoolcraft.
So you're on Schoolcraft. And so for on Schoolcraft, there's usually two cross streets. One of them's Rosemont, from what I did. What would be the other cross street?
Schoolcraft.
Schoolcraft can't be a cross street to itself.
Well, it's Schoolcraft, it's Southview, it's Ashton, I got out on Schoolcraft.
How many houses away from the corner of Rosemont on Schoolcraft is Stephanie's house?
I don't know, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. It's in the report though, you got our information.
You saw the report?
Sure did,
You reviewed it before today?
did, when I got it,
When's the last time you read that report?
when I got it.
When was the last time you read it? Did you read today?
No. I already know what happened, I just needed to do something else, listen to it.
Who gave you a copy of that report?
I obtained it myself,
You what?
I obtained it myself,
How did you obtain it yourself?
I went to third precinct, I think, third, no.
When you're on the neighbor's grass, is there a sidewalk on the street?
The sidewalk on every street,
Well, there's not.
in
so I
that
have to slide
area, in
past.
that area.
Okay, this was on, and what street was the sign, the park was on Rosemont, so this was all happening on Rosemont, correct?
Yes, sir,
And Rosemont has sidewalks, correct?
yes, sir.
And so when you exited the street, and you were going to put your pants on, were you between the street and the sidewalk, or the sidewalk and the home of this neighbor?
I was in the grass. So typically, if it's a house, it's grass and the sidewalk.
So you're between the street
I'm
and the
in the
sidewalk?
grass to put my pants on.
Yeah, there's grass between both. If I may, there's grass usually between a street and a sidewalk, and there's grass between a sidewalk and a house. I'm
The
trying to
actual
identify where you
front
actually were.
yard, between the front door, then it's grass, because I remember, mind you, I hit my head on the light, it was in the grass.
So you went over the sidewalk off the easement, you're on the neighbor's front lawn.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry if my question was confusing
No,
there.
it's not, I'm very alert. I just see what you're doing.
I'm just trying to clarify.
Okay, let's just ask questions, answer questions, and have it back and forth answer.
I see you're wearing glasses. It was nighttime. What kind of prescription do you have?
A prescription.
Do you have a prescription? Is it for nearsighted or farsighted?
I'm nearsighted.
Nearsighted. Were you wearing them on that night?
I wear them everywhere I go.
Did you have to get new glasses after this incident?
This is like my fifth pair. And I have to get another pair. All my pairs were broken.
Did you have to get a new pair immediately after the incident?
No, these the same pair. Because I had to get them.
Currently under any medical care?
No.
Do you receive any help, any medical care for emotional or mental distress?
And when it comes to, and I apologize, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Okay, but, I'm not gonna answer anything about my personal health information, because that's irrelevant. But I'm not on any medication.
You're not on any medication?
No, sir.
Were you on medication at the time of the incident?
No, sir. I was fully aware of my daily activities.
Did you do any drinking before this incident?
We were drinking. We had a couple shots. I had a beer. I drank half of the rest.
Is that what you bought at the store?
That's what he bought. Me,
Bought that for you?
yes.
Were you drinking before you went to the store? Did you have to go to the store and get more, or is it just go to the store to get some stuff?
It was just one time. We just went that one time.
So when you were in the house, then you weren't drinking nothing when you hang at the house chat?
No.
So all the drinking started after you went to the store in the park?
Yes.
You asked my client to pull the car over before you jumped out the door?
It wouldn't matter what I said. He gonna listen to no way.
So the answer is no.
I already answered. I said no.
I have no further questions for this witness. Thank you.
Nothing else.
Maybe they said that.
Thank you.
Any witnesses for the
No
prosecution?
further witnesses, Your Honor.
Any witnesses on behalf of the defense? Any witnesses on behalf of the defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. We won't be calling any witnesses today.
Okay, argue.
Your Honor, for this testimony by one witness, I would move to find over on one. Three, but I would move to amend three again. This is the assault with intention to great bodily harm, less than murder, or by strangulation. This says assault by strangulation. Did make an assault upon Toya, but by strangulation. There's no testimony about any strangulation or suffocation. I believe this was meant to be assault. So I move to amend count also moved by over on count 4. 5. Not 6 or 7. 9. And then the misdemeanor domestic violence and official control.
To be clear, the motion if it's serious count 6 and 7
Yes, Judge.
with count 3 and just for assault.
Yes, Judge.
Next,
We have no objection to dismissal of 6 and 7, as well as the removal of the strangulation, since there was no testimony to that. There also was no testimony as to intent to murder, Your Honor. There was testimony that it was a gunshot up in the air, not at the client or anywhere near the client. There's testimony that the client never even asked to pull over to get out of the car. She just jumped out of the car. There was actually no testimony as to intent. With an intent to murder, we asked for that charge to also be so dismissed. As for the remaining charges, I defer to the court. Thank you.
Rather the, count 3, that I've asked for is assault and to be free violent harm. Less than that. So not with the intent to murder. Great violent.
Thank you. With the objection, with the correction of the record, as well as to my argument, I would defer to the court on the great violent harm as well.
Court have heard the arguments of counsel. The court is going to amend count 3 as asked for, because there has been nothing on this record in strangulation. And counts 5 and 6. Counts 5 and 6. 5 and 6. 6 and 7. 6 and 7 will be dismissed. The other counts will be bound over to the Wayne County Assessment Court. Further proceedings. The remaining information will be
August 26th. Dismissals on those counts. I'll write that.